Hello everyone. Am I audible? Okay, done. So, hi everyone. This is Bhavya, a qualified CMA, and this is your first session for the CMA final SAAHAS batch, paper number 13, Corporate and Economic Loss. So, yeah, let's begin our session. So the first session is most probably we're going to discuss about the syllabus and what are the weightages as per the ICMAI prescribed one, and what are the weightages as per the last two attempts. So for the new syllabus 2022, the last two, there were only the last two attempts. So as per that two attempts, I've analyzed the weightage of the chapters and the questions. Okay, Lakshmi Prasanna. Now is the voice clear? Please let me know. Sai Suraj, can you please let me know if the voice is clear now? Okay. I hope so. So shall we start the session, Ganesh? Okay, you're able to see? Fine. So our paper name is Corporate and Economic Loss, divided into two sections. Section A is the corporate loss and section B is the economic loss. Corporate loss, main part is, obviously everybody knows, it's the Companies Act 2013. So we will see the portions, the sub-chapters and the weightages as per the ICMAI and the weightages as per the past question paper. I think you're not able to see the full screen. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So let's start. I think now you're able to see the screen properly. So our syllabus is divided into two things, the corporate laws and the economic laws. Corporate laws. So we'll see the syllabus and the weightage now. So the first and foremost chapter in our syllabus is the Companies Act 2013. And the weightage as prescribed by our ICMA Institute is 51 marks. But of course, that has not happened in real. It's 72 marks in the December 2023 attempt and 68 marks in June 2023 attempt. So the most important chapter and the most weightaged one is our Companies Act 2013. So before you go into the other laws or IBC or corporate governance, the first thing that you have to finish completely with 100% conceptual clarity is the Companies Act 2013. And I will make sure that will happen on time, so you don't need to worry about that. So the sub chapters in this module are the company formation and conversion, the basics that you've learned already in your CMA Inter, but it will be much more clear. And the investment and loans, dividend is also done in your CMA Inter, accounts and audit, everything will be discussed in detail. But the two main sub-chapters which have a lot of weightage in the previous question papers are the directors chapter and the board meetings chapter. At least, I guess, around 30 to 40 marks have been covered from these two sub-chapters. So let's get into the next chapters. That is the second chapter in the corporate laws, which is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Many of you face issues regarding this. Maybe you might not be able to understand it, or you think it's a little complicated. But our ICAI has asked 0 marks in the last attempt, which is a disappointment for many students because they have felt a lot of difficulty and spent a lot of time in this act, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. But unfortunately, even a single mark has not showed up in the new syllabus. But around 4 to 5 marks have been asked in the old syllabus. So now everyone are under the roof of new syllabus. So we have to consider this paper pattern. I will also discuss the paper pattern also. So the weightage for the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 is 0 to 4 marks. So should we give an importance to this or not, if you ask me? Maybe in the next attempt they might ask 10 to 15 marks. We don't know, we can't expect. So everything we have to cover in detail. You can leave a little few chapters for choice. I will tell you what are those. And the next chapter is the corporate governance and the social responsibility and sustainability. This is also one of the important chapters that you have to learn for concepts and for marks as well. As per ICAI, the marks here are, the weightage is 13 marks, whereas in the previous December 2023 attempt, they only asked for around 9 marks. That too, 4 marks are for MCQs and the rest 5 are for the question and answer pattern. And June 2023 attempt, only 4 marks have been asked, that too from the principles. Even if you don't know the chapters and anything, you're completely new to this subject, that doesn't matter. It's okay, fine. I'm just telling you so that previously who have given given attempt to this examination will feel convenient regarding the weightage and the importance of the chapters. And the next section, B, economic laws and regulations. So the first sub-chapter here is the SEBI laws and regulation. Old syllabus SEBI and new syllabus SEBI is not the same. In old syllabus, we have seen LODR and ICDR and all that stuff. But in new syllabus, SEBI law, only 3 segments have been asked. Insider trading, takeover code and all that stuff. So old syllabus students, you have to completely switch to the new material for SEBI. You can't follow the old material for that. So the weightage for SEBI as per the ICMAI is 13 marks, but for the past question papers, they have asked 9 to 8 marks. So yeah, the next chapter we have is the Competition Act 2002. This is only for 6 marks, but they have shown us a little more. So 9 to 10 marks have been asked from this chapter. Okay, so the next important chapter for us is the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. All the old syllabus students, some of the new syllabus students also think that the main part in this FEMA is the capital account transaction, the current account transactions. But in new syllabus, they are only given as a small paragraphs as definitions. But the main subject is all about FDI and commercial borrowings and all that new stuff which you haven't even touched. That will be explained in detail here. So FEMA and SEBI are not the same for old syllabus and new syllabus. Completely new content, completely new topics have been added. So yeah, And the weightage here is 6 marks, but they have asked around 7 to 14 marks. So these chapters should not be left as a choice. And the next chapter here we have is the banking sector and the insurance sector. Around 6 marks is the weightage for both the chapters combined. But in exam, double the weightage has been asked, 13 to 12 marks. So if you're thinking to leave a few chapters for choice, you can take these two. I'm just giving you a suggestion, but I'm not going to take this as a choice. I'm going to explain you in detail each and everything, 100% concepts. And the next chapters that we have are MSME sector, 6 marks weightage, 0 to 10 marks. Last attempt, December 2023, one single MCQ or 1 mark has not been questioned from this chapter, MSME. Many people think that this is a new subject and I've invested a lot of time, but disappointment again, no marks. Fine. Laws and regulations related to the cyber security and data privacy. A new addition to the corporate and corporate laws and compliance in the previous session. So yeah, the weightage as per ICMAI for this chapter is around 6 marks, whereas the past question paper in December 2023, they have asked 7 marks and June 2023 around 5 marks. One question and answer in descriptive form is being asked and 2 MCQs are being asked. That 2 textbook backside questions and textbook backside MCQs are only tested. So one of the easiest papers to give an attempt in CMA final is law, because everything from MCQs to the descriptive answers, everything is in your study material. That is, the study material is doing very tiny. Yes or no? Compared to all the subjects. Yes. And the last chapter that we have is the laws and regulations related to the anti-money laundering. And this is same for new syllabus as well as old syllabus. So you can read the same context if you have the old material for this chapter. But unfortunately, in December 2023 attempt, 1 mark has not been asked. Even 1 mark has not been asked from this chapter. There are many chapters which haven't been touched in MCQs also in the last attempt. That is anti-money laundering, MSME, IBC, and all these chapters have not been questioned in the previous attempt. I think many of the students have invested time in that. So yeah, maybe in the next attempt they might ask. So you can't take a choice if they have given 0 marks in the previous question paper. Okay, so from this analysis, we have learned one thing. There are 3 main chapters that we have to dedicate a lot of time. Is Companies Act 2013, the SEBI Act, and the FEMA. IBC and corporate governance should also be given importance, but the last 2 attempts, they have not been asked a lot of marks from. So we will be doing clear coverage of all the topics. So I've just given a quick analysis. So sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Please let us know for how many hours will be this SAAHAS batch whenever you are free. Okay. So since we haven't even completed the recording, this is a live batch, we can't assure you for the number of hours, but we can tell you that the batch will be completed by May 11 as promised. It will come around 100 to 150 hours, but not more than 150 hours. It's not going to cross 150 hours. So did I make it clear for you? Yeah. So this is the portion. If you have any doubts regarding the chapters and the weightages, you can ask me. Sai Ganesh, Harsha. Okay, done. So let's start. Yeah, MCQs, every MCQ has been asked from the textbook backside only. Even if some of the MCQs are out of the syllabus, like previously they have asked something about Lokwani project, which is not there in this textbook. That is completely general knowledge based. So around 4 marks, 4 to 5 marks or 4 to 6 marks, around 3 MCQs might come from outside the textbook, but everything is very simple actually. Are these asking, what are they underestimating us or what? So you don't need to worry about the difficulty of the MCQs. If we cover the backside MCQs and if we know the concepts, that's enough. You can easily score around 70 to 80 marks in law. Yes, it's possible. But students are lacking analysis. So that's why I provided you that. Fine. So I think I made it clear for you. So shall we start our first chapter, everyone? YouTube students, live students, please let me know, my dear. Garuda, Sri Charan, Sai Suraj, Lakshmi Prasanna. Okay, yes, ma'am. I think you also have a direct taxation classes, live classes today. So I'm gonna end this session for today. So the contents, we have seen it clearly. What are the weightages for each and every chapter? What is the weightage which has been shown in our question papers in the past two attempts? I've only analyzed the past two attempts, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you the paper. The paper pattern. Just give me a moment. So the paper pattern for the law is as same as all the subjects. 30 marks will be questioned as MCQs. In the last attempt for December 2023, they didn't ask to give us any explanation or supportive explanations for the MCQs. But this attempt, they might ask or they might not ask. But each and every, around 15 MCQs, each and every MCQ will be carried around 2 marks. So suggestion, last time they didn't ask, but this time they might ask. So even then, they are coming from backside of the question, our material only. You don't need to worry about that. And the remaining one, around, just give me a moment. 128 marks. From that 128 marks, 30 marks are asked as MCQs, and remaining 98 marks are asked as your descriptive question and answers. You might be asking, is it a practical type of question or a direct question? From other laws, that is the economic laws, all the question and answers that are asked are direct questions. All the question answers that are asked are direct questions. Whereas in company law, from directors chapter and from board meetings chapter, they have asked practical questions like a case law, and the remaining chapters they have asked direct questions. So you have to prepare for both practical as well as direct descriptive question and answers. So for practical, mostly they're asking only from the Companies Act, which is really easy to attempt because we will learn the provisions, the limitations, the prescribed penalty limits, and the member limits. Everything will be learned. So that is easily you can attempt for the Companies Act practical questions. Descriptive questions are been asked from few sub chapters of the Companies Act, but for other laws, that is the economic laws, every question is asked as a direct question. So that too, I'm telling you, maybe you might be thinking, ma'am is exaggerating or something or the other, but everything is asked from the backside of the textbook only. That's all. Okay. Sai Ganesh, do you have any more doubts? Tell me, my dear. So for today, it's already 8 o'clock. So DT class will begin as soon as possible by Bhaskar Makam sir. And tomorrow our session will be for around 1.5 hours, and we will try to complete the first sub chapter of the Companies Act, that is the company formation and conversion. Here I've already prepared PPTs for you. This is how I'm going to teach for you the Companies Act and all the other acts. Pictorial presentation of all the acts will be done in my class, and your materials will also be taken from this text only. It will be very simplified. I would make sure that, and also that you will be given a separate question bank where I will give answers from all the textbook backside questions, and I will cover the past question papers, the two past question papers, that is the June 2023 and the December 2023. That will be my question bank, and the concept book, the same content that I will be teaching you through my PPTs will be in my material. Got it? But my class will be going on with the PPTs, that too with the pictorial presentation. So anybody has any more doubts? YouTube students? online test series for law. I mean, as usually when it will commence for group 3, it will commence for law as well. So I will not be giving separate test series, or not. I will not be conducting anything separately for all the groups. Combinedly, my revision exams will be conducted. Okay. So I think I made myself clear regarding the syllabus, the weightage, and how I'm going to teach you. So the materials will be reaching you soon. The material will be in two segments. One is the concept book and the second one is our question bank. So question bank, all the textbook backside questions and the past questions, past question papers, questions will be covered, and MCQs. You might be wondering what are the MCQs. So in question bank only we would be giving MCQs. The textbook backside MCQs are very less, but I'll try to bring out some MCQs from CA books, and also if ICMAI will declare any MCQ booklet, that MCQs also will be covered in my material. That will be delivered to you in soft copy form, no hard copy form for the June. For this batch, from the next batch, I will give you the hard copy. Okay. Thank you. I will end the session for today for the SAAHAS batch, paper number 13, Corporate and Economic Laws. Tomorrow we will meet in on YouTube live only by covering the first sub-chapter of the Companies Act, that is the company formation and conversion. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Suraj.